Hello YouTube, welcome to the tutorial. Well, it's a new intro tutorial. I don't expect this one to get as much views as the last one. Thanks for so many views on that one. So the first thing that we want to do is go to Google Chrome or whatever browser you have. I'm going to open the download link we can use for the music. The one I'm using is ytmp3.cc. I'm going to be using this song. So I'm going to be using this song, as we can hear. It came out today as I'm recording this. Copy, so first thing you want to do, copy or control C on your keyboard and paste it right here, convert. It might take as long as, depending on your internet speed. Okay, so now what we want to do is drag this song into our After Effects by just dragging it on Google Chrome and into After Effects right here. Drag it into this spot right here. Okay, now when you're done that, just click New Composition right here. Right this button right here. Or you could just right click here in this empty space and click New Composition. And I'm going to call this Main. Here's my settings, 1920 by 1080. 60 FPS, and I like mine 20 seconds, and I like my background color black. But yeah, let's click OK. Now what we want to do is drag our song in. I like to do the song first mostly, but I hate doing backgrounds now. Like, nowadays I hate doing backgrounds because they take super long to do and they take a lot of brain think of a background, but I think I have a pretty cool idea for a background. I'm going to be doing 2 backgrounds and showing how to do this. This is going to be a pretty pro intro. I hope I get a lot of views on this and all. A lot of you are probably going to be like, wow, his voice changed. And yeah, it has. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drag this song forward and forward until we can find the beat, which is going to be pretty obvious. It's as we can see, I'm just making sure if the audio is not. Okay. Okay, so this is the song right here. It starts right here. I'm gonna move this right here. Okay. Now, do L on your keyboard and open the waveforms. As we can see, audio levels. If we click this stopwatch right here. Wait. As we can see right here, if we click this stopwatch and we click it, and if we do -50, as we can see, the song is now blank. Now we just want to go to around when the song starts and make it 0. Just right there. Right about here. And right here is where I want it to end. So I will click this button right here. And then I will go to the end mark of the song. And I will do -50. And that's the, well, the song end. Now, if you, like, let's say you have a low voice or your voice is quiet. And you want the song to go down a little bit faster. So as we can hear right here, it goes down super slow. And that's not what we want if, like, you want the talking to start in earlier. Let's say the YouTuber wants to talk. We can go around half point where the marker is, and we can move it down just a teeny tiny bit, not that much. And as we can hear, it goes down a lot faster than the regular slow ones. And yeah, that's our song. Now we're going to beat the song, like make some markers. Now the little star on your keyboard, if you have a number pad, you can do that, Or if you don't have a number pad, you can just hold shift and then 8, and then as you can see, a little marker pops up. But if you try to do it again, as you can see, it replaces it. So you have to do like different numbers, like shift 3, 4, 7, 8, 6, get me? Or you could do this by just dragging it, and it will make more markers, as you can see. Now, I'm just going to use the number pad because that's the easiest for me, and it's a lot efficient. So I'm going to find the beats, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I synced all the beats right here. Now what we want to do is create a new composition called the text. Just gonna do this in here. Do enter, same settings, don't have to do anything. Now, this is gonna be similar to my last tutorial, but I'm gonna do, yeah, okay, just be similar. No plugins in this one. I'm gonna put that in the title. As you can see, it's already in the title. Now all we want to do is click the text tool right here and the T tool for text, and we click anywhere, it doesn't matter, here, it doesn't matter, but mostly around in the composition. I'd rather like put it where you can see it, so let me do that right here. I'm gonna be calling this TUT. Let's call it, let's do something else, boys. Let's go back to the old TUT name. There we go. And that is the text. We're going to be calling it MewFX. The font, I'm going to be using Machine for this one. Just for personal reasons. I don't really care. But I'll try this font. I think it's really good. I recommend you using this. It's called Spot Font 2. Shout out for MewFX for giving me this font name. He's a good intro designer. Yeah. And as you can see, let's say if you have spaces between the text, and all I did was, let's say if your thing is not centered, so let's say your text is like that, all you want to do is open the align tool by doing a window and a line right there. As you can see, align, it's the first thing that pops up. Now click the second one and click the fifth one, and now click the tool right here, pan behind anchor point tool, by doing Y on your keyboard, and now hold control and wait. As you can see, if I move it around, it snaps to the points, and if I move it to the center, it snaps to the center, and that's what we want. Now double click on this, and you can move the spacing between the text. I don't want it to be like right there. That seems fine. And I will align this and do the same thing. Pan behind anchor tool, and then it will center to the middle. And you've probably been used to this. Right click the text, create shapes from text, move the outlines, the blue outlines, under the main red text layer, and click the eyeball right here to enable the layer. Now click the arrow so it shows this for the outlines. Open contents, add group. Now select all these text things, layers, move it into group 1. Now add a stroke to the group, and I like to make my stroke, let's say I'll make it 25 for this intro, I guess. Not round join, let's make it butt cap for this one. Now I want to make it, so let's see here. Let's make it a white this time. Now let's duplicate the group, move the group under the group 1, group 2. So it's like this. Crap. Okay. So now you want to move group 2 under group 1. And now you want to open the stroke, make it a lighter white. So like a whitish, grayish kind of thing. Now you want to click on group 2, add a repeater, open the repeater, open the transform repeaters, make the scale 99.6, make the position 0, and make for left position 0, make the right position 2. Now you can make your copies around 24. That's what I like about my copies. And now I want to move my anchor point to the center of the composition-ish. You just want to play around with it. Looks what it look. Okay, where it is around the center of the composition, and I want to move mine down a little bit. So I'm gonna move that a little bit. That looks nice. I'm going now. You're done with your 3D part. Now you want to click on the MewFX, the top layer right here. You want to go to Effects and Presets, and you want to type Gradient Ramp right here. Now I want to make mine Radio Ramp. I want to try this real quick. Move this thing, the top one, up here. Move this one down a little bit. Make the top one light color, whatever you want. I want to make the bottom one dark blue. That looks about nice. That looks nice. Now, right click the MewFX, and now click Layer Styles, add an inner shadow. Now open inner shadow, make the opacity 25, make the distance 15, and make the the size 0. And now make the angle 0 minus 90 degrees. Now you get this awesome, cool inner shadow effect. And now do Control A on your keyboard, or Command A if you're on a Mac, or yeah. And now you want to do pre-compose for this. And let's see if we can add a stroke to this. I'm going to do right click layer styles and then stroke. Now I want to make it a blue, or like yeah, that's a nice blue. Let's do that blue. Do any color you want, it's your opinion. Now the second thing you want to do is you want to pre-compose it again, but click the move apertures into the new composition button, and I'm going to add a warp effect. And the warp effect, it looks weird, it looks funky, it's super weird and fun. And you want to click the bend for 0, vertical distortion 25, or I like mine 15. It looks pretty nice for 15. Make it so it's arc, not shallower. Make the bend around 13-ish, depending on your text. And you can just do this for that. Just like move the layer up. If you can't see it, then click this button right here. As you can see, I can't see it. I think it's only for mask layers for splines. And now you want to move it down. Click this button right here. Click proportional grid. Now do the arrow keys on your keyboard and just center it where it's like centered-ish. I think this is pretty centered. I'm gonna pre-compose it again. Click the move all upper sheets into the new composition. Click OK. Scale it down a bit, because that's way too big. I'm going to add drop shadow now. Now I'm going to click this thing right here, toggle transparency grid. And now I'm going to, here's my settings. Direction, 180. Opacity, 60. Distance, 35. And softness, 130. That's my inner drop shadow settings. I like them really well. Now when you're done with the text, it looks super cool. Now you want to click this button right here, click project, and now go back to your main thing, and now drag your text comp in, and as you can see, your text has been added to the main comp. Now we're going to start animating the text. Now I have all of the expressions links in the description below. I'm going to search up text bounce, hold on, bounce text. So the same one as last time. Do S on your keyboard. Now keyframe this right here. And now go back a little bit. Now I'm going to make this 0. Now I'm going to do F9 on my keyboard for that keyframe. Hold Alt, click on this time watch thing, then paste it right there. And as you can see, we got a bouncy text. I'm going to move this a little forward. Now, that's slow, so I'm just going to move it up more. Too high. Now that's good and all. And around here, I'm going to click this cube thing right here. And if you can't see it, do toggle switches / modes under here. And click the cube thing. I'm going to do this one. I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to do the Y rotation. I'm going to do it right here, one direction. Keyframe both of these, do F9. Open the graph editor. Make sure you're on the speed graph. Zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to just move these, not all the way to the center so it's not harsh. Just move these out until it's like right there-ish. And now click this button again. And if we zoom out, we can watch it. That looks good. Now, that's done. Now we can start on our awesome goodie background. Now, make a new composition, call it background if you want, or I would do BG in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I'm gonna do enter. This is where we want to start. No plugins, okay? No plugins. Shh, talk about your freaking plugins, $100 stuff. Now I'm gonna do it around. What to do? I'll do 33 so I can see it more. And I want to add a black solid, just black solid, just not, doesn't matter. And a fill effect. Make it a lighter color that you want, so I like dark bluish kind of. And I'm going to add an adjustment layer. No, not adjustment layer. I want to add I want to add a polygon tool. I want to hold shift, align it to the center, and I want to center it. The anchor point. Thank you very much. Now, as you can see, that looks a weird shape. I don't really like that shape. Open Polystar path, and make the points. Let's see here. I'm going to make the points. Yes, we're gonna make the point 6. That looks really good. Now align it to the center again, and just align the anchor point. You know how to do that right there. Hold Control, move it to the center, and we're going to make the stroke. Do V so you can change the stroke thing. These thingies. I'm gonna make mine around 124. I'm going to do size. Actually, no, because that doesn't work with these. Open Polystar path. Now, outer radius, as you can see, that's how we do the scaling. Make it 0 for the beginning. Keyframe it. Go to 2 seconds. Now I'm going to make it like 100. Not 100. I'm going to make it around 900. 1,000. Come on. 2,000. Thank you. Now, you don't need to F9 it. As you can see, that's the shape. I'm going to make it a little bit faster. Now I'm going to duplicate this layer, move it back a bit. I'm going to rotate this layer. Okay. Now let's not rotate it. I'm going to move this back a little bit more. Make the stroke just a teeny tiny bit bigger. Add Venetian blinds to it. My settings are 90. Transition completion around there, and width a little bit more. Or let's see 0, 90. And I'm gonna make my color a blue. Now we're gonna pre-compose these. And now we're going to add the echo effect. Now, what you want to do is you want to like play around with this. So I'm going to do, click on that, click on the echo time, do arrow key back until you get the way you want it. So it's like right there. As you can see. But I'm going to make these a little bit closer. As we can see. Now what we want to do is we're going to add a new solid. Make it black, any color. Fractal noise. Add fractal noise. Open transform. Click on the unformed scaling. Make the scaling as much as you can do. So around there. Make the contrast around 257. Brightness like right there. Or around here-ish for the contrast. Keyframe the evolution from here and go to 20. Make it around 10. So it does this. Now, click on the rectangle tool. Double click it. Now as you can see, we got these yellow mask tool. Now if we double click it, and we can see this, if we move it down to around here, and if we open the mask, we can make the mask feather 250, and that makes a nice feather effect. And I want to move it to the side, the bottom side, so I'm going to do rotated 45 degrees, and it does this cool effect. And now I'm going to click toggle switches / modes. I'm going to change it to screen so it goes over it. I'm going to do it under though. And I'm going to add a hue and saturation. We're going to do colorize. We're going to make the colorize section 90%. Or we could do it this way. Put it on color. Wait, never mind. And now we can change the color by doing this. So I'm going to make it a blue. Yeah, run that blue. That looks nice. And if you want to make it a little darker, you could do T on your keyboard for it. I like mine 67%. But yeah, that looks nice. So I'm going to duplicate it, rotate it. I'm actually going to pre-compose it. And I'm going to duplicate it and rotate it 180 degrees. We got that nice looking background. And now I want to add a drop shadow for this too, for the squares. Now we're going to add our second BG. This is the second BG we're going to do. We're going to add these circles. We're going to do the ellipse tool. We're going to do white for this beginning. Hold shift and just drag out. Align it to the center. Now center the anchor point. I'm going to make the stroke a little bit thinner. Now we're going to click on ellipse. Now we're going to click on stroke. Now we're going to add dashes. This is where the fun part comes. I'm going to make my dashes 140. And now I'm going to make the line join, round join, and line cap to round cap. I'm going to add more dashes. So, like, that's fine. But I want to make it equal. Yeah, around 167, but I'm going to 160. And now as we can see, if we do that, but I'm going to actually do 260. That 190. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to make the offset 0. And then we're going to go to 20. We're going to make it 1,000. As we can see, not 1,000. We're going to make it 5,000. So it rotates 5,000 times. Not 5,000 times, but 5 times, basically. But I'm going to do it more so my timer mapping looks faster and smoother. I'm going to do 9,000. Yeah, that's good. Duplicate this. I'm going to scale it up more. Or you don't want to scale it. You want to do size on your keyboard, and then you can just scale it up by doing that. I'm going to do a smaller one though. Or I'm just going to make mine a little bigger. Now, I want to duplicate it again. Do size on my keyboard. Move it down to around here-ish. Now, the other part you want to do is you want to open stroke for the small one. As you can see, it looks weird, like it goes, like it does that, but that's fine. Now we can change the color for this. I'm gonna make this one blue. I'm gonna make that one white. I'm gonna make this one white. Make this one dark blue. And now that's fine. We can pre-compose all of these by doing Command A if you're on a Mac, no Control A if you're on a Windows, and do that. And as you can see, this is pretty sick already. And I'm gonna do solid. A new dark blue solid. Do that. I'm gonna add drop shadow to this. There we go. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna make one of these blinds so it looks pretty cool. If you have two BGs, you can rename it to BG2. I don't really care. You can duplicate this, add another one if you want, but that's your opinion. Like, I don't know, like this. Even though that looks weird. And the second thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the other BG, copy this and paste it here. Rotate it 0 degrees. I'm only gonna have it at the bottom. And do screen again. Oops, not right there. And the BG2, lol. 0 degrees. Right there. I'm going to make it screen. There we go. Okay, make this a little bit bigger though. And now we have that cool looking BG. I'm gonna add a new solid to this BG. I'm gonna make it white, and I want you to add CC bubbles right here, and make the shading type none. Make the bubble speed around 7. Make the bubbles amount 56, and now you're basically done with the second BG. You're done. Now I'm gonna go to the main comp. I'm gonna add my BGs, BG1, BG2, and for the BG2 I'm gonna copy the particles, copied it to BG1. I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, and I'm going to change the color with adding a fill. Make it a white, so like whitish, bluish, yeah. And now we got that. Now for the BG1, we're going to move it to around here. There we go. And BG2 is going to start here. Now we're going to start these. We're going to select BG1, do CC light sweep, swipe white, and do the intensity 0. Make sure you do that. Compilation to 100%. Click the reverse transition. Now click that. Now go to around here-ish. Do 0 for that. F9 the keyframe, and then go to make sure you're on speed graph, and just yank it all out of there. And this is what you get. For this, it's going to do the same thing. Copy it, paste it over here, and click the reverse transition, make the intensity 0. But I'm going to make it like this kind of. So yeah, I'm going to cut that out. For the ending, I want you to do solid, just a solid. Make the silhouette alpha, make it like, kind of like, just like move it down halfway, like here-ish, and make the anchor point over here. So when you move it, it just moves over there, and make it like that. Oh my god, I'm messing up so much. And keyframe it, keyframe the scale, and move over here. Oh crap. Just keyframe the scale. Over there, and as you can see, we got this awesome slicing thing. F9 that, move the keyframe over there. I want to make it faster. There we go. Duplicate this, move the layer up like you did before. But this time we're going to move it over here. We're going to move the anchor point over there. So when this happens, that cool effect happens. And to order to do the cool thing, you want to pre-compose it. Now it's just going to be our normal layer. You don't want that. Actually, don't pre-compose it. Sorry. Please don't pause it. Holy crap. Now what you want to do is you want to duplicate this layer, make the two duplicated ones normal, then move it under the silhouette alpha ones, and now if we just push it more forward, we can add a fill for both of them. I want to make mine like a bluish, whitish. Now as we can see, it does that. That's pretty cool. Now we're gonna add a sync. Actually, let's do splines first. I want to finish the splines. Now make a new composition, call them splines. Gonna make these white. Do the splines. Let me just do some settings. I like mine 83. Now we're gonna move these a little bit forward. Just make a random spline, like I'm doing. There we go. We ended our spline. Open the layer, open the contents. Now add a trim paths, and now make end 0 and make the start 0. Now both keyframe these. Go to go to like 10 seconds. Now make both of these 100. Now move select all of them, make them easy eating. Then move these back a little bit, only the top ones back a little bit, so you can actually see the spline. There we go. Oh god, it goes fast, so confusing. Or just move it back so where it's slow. If it just does that, you just can like do that and do that. Mess around with it, you know. Now I'm gonna duplicate it, rotate it 180. Now I'm gonna add a burst spline. To do this, I'm gonna keyframe the middle right here. Remember to do that. Click this button right here. Then we're gonna move it to here. There we go. Now I'm gonna make this, open the stroke, shape stroke. I'm gonna make the stroke with 71 here. Gonna make it 0 around here. F9 it. Do this. I'm gonna make it faster though. There we go. Now I'm gonna add a trim paths. Gonna make this 0 for starting. Right here. Gonna make it hold up. It's not letting me do anything. This thing is broken. Why? What happened? Oh, I'm stupid, you know. Quality content, boys. Add trim paths. Make it 0 at the beginning. Go around here. Just move this for now. Go here. I'm gonna make it run here when it ends. We're gonna move these back a little bit, and then we're gonna select both of these. Now just yank them over there. Oh, okay, don't do that. Do it the opposite way. There we go. Now we're gonna can add this. We don't have to easy ease it if you don't want to. And we got our cool spline. Now duplicate it, rotate it 90 degrees, and duplicate the other one, do it 180 degrees, and duplicate the other one, do it 360 degrees. Not 360, that's a freaking full rotation. Just do it minus 90 degrees. And you should get this. That's good, that's what we want. Now you can just pre-compose these. I know there's the other way you can add a repeater to 360 divided by 90, kind of a little bit. Now we can duplicate these shape layers, but here's the thing with this, that repeat doesn't do. You can do that. We're gonna offset it a little bit, duplicate it again, rotate it just a little bit, and we're gonna offset it again, duplicate it again, offset it, duplicate it again, oops, duplicate it again, rotate it, offset it, bam, and as you can see, we got this cool spam bursty, and we can duplicate it again, rotate it, you get the point though. And we can just pre-compose it and duplicate it and probably like scale it up or so, and just rotate it again, just do the same thing. It's stupid though, but it's cool. Well, I'm just gonna keep doing it though. And add a fill for each one of them. Make this one blue, copy, make this one white, make that one dark blue, this one and as you can see, we can pre-compose these. Do that. Add a drop shadow. Now we can add another burst called just burst. I'm gonna do the same thing as we did last time. Putting trim paths. Do that. 2 seconds. Make this one 70. Make this one 100. Offset these. Do that. Here we go. Stroke width here. Make it 0. There we go. Now you want to add a repeater. I like to make my repeater 180 divided by 9. Not 180, but wait, what we can check though. And we can just move these copies up, and as we can see, we got a burst. We can duplicate this, rotate it by 18 degrees, not 18. We can rotate it 29 degrees ish, or 30, yeah, 30. We can make this blue. And I can pre-compose this. We got a burst. Close that. I'm gonna make a drop shadow. We can add it to the main text. Let's do that right now. Let's add the spline. Burst spline. There we go. I'm gonna move my spline, but offsetted. Hold on. Recompose these real quick. There we go. I almost forgot to save this. There we go. Lame-o, always save your project, you might crash. You never know. Oh. I'm gonna add the burst now, the burst spline. Add it. I'm gonna add in some other places too, right here. And right here. Add another burst if you want. I'm gonna add another burst too. You know how to do it. Do them. Or you could go back to the burst spline that you made. Literally just copy it, go to burst 2, paste it. You have that. You can open the repeater. And I want to change the copies. Make it 180 divided by 3. I don't know, 6 copies. Yeah. Rotate it by 0 degrees. Make it a run there. Oops, that's a little bit offsetted. Let's do this. Hold on. There we go. We got a little burst spline. There we go. We can go to main. Add a burst 2. Add some drop shadows to these. Now we're going to save this. I'm gonna make this fast. So slow. By doing time stretch to like 30. It's gonna be like insanely fast. So I'm just only gonna do like, I don't know, like 70. There we go. I'm gonna add a adjustment layer. We're gonna now do the sync. Make it sure it's under the ending transition right here. And now I'm gonna add transform. I'm gonna add motion tile. We're gonna go up here. I'm gonna move this down. For every beat, I want you to make it let's see here. 140. Let's do that. Now click this button right here. Now do U for this adjustment layer. Do K on your Okay, now if you have your beats on the... We should have done this on the song. Let me add these beats to the song. Hold on, sorry. I'm a bot. Add all the beats that you have on the composition to the song, so you can do this. Now I'm going to drag my song up. And now do K on your keyboard and click this button right here. And as you can see, it's way faster. Now, select all these beats. Now do F9 on the keyboard. Click the graph editor. Click this thing right here. And click the squiggly line on under the escape key. And then you get this. And make sure you're on value graph. And now just select. Now zoom in a little bit. Select all the beats. Move down to, like, when you get to 100. Just go down to 100. Right here. And just do the same thing for every rest. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. And now what we want to do is we go to the motion tile, do 200 by 200, and click the mirror edges. And now we get this bouncy sync. I kind of like it. But I'm not going to use this. Oh. Okay, so now we're going to sync it. We're going to add adjustment layer, move it all the way to the bottom. And by the way, when you get, we're going to add transform to this. Add a null. Do above the ninja. Change the null to null 3. Do add slider. Do here, keyframe it, do 1 on your keyboard. Do page up and do it 3 times. It's not doing anything. Wait. There we go. And now do 0 on your keyboard. Do U on the null. And you can zoom in. We can copy this. And now paste it right here. Just do K on your keyboard to do this. Do it 2 times. K twice so you can go to the second beat. I'm going to go around here. Now as you can see, notice nothing's happening. But and by the way, zoom in. Move the null by 3. 1, 2, 3. Go to the beginning. So bring this right here. Now move this null right here a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to hold Alt, position, scale, and rotation all in the time watch. Now I'm going to open the sync. Now I'm going to copy this, paste it here, copy this, paste it here, copy this and paste it in the rotation. It tells you right there, position, scale, and rotation. And now we got that done, the sync done. Let's go. That looks good. Now we're going to timer map the background, and you see BG2 BGs right here. We're just going to pre-compose these. Yeah. We're going to keyframe the first beat. First thing we want to do is enable timer mapping, change this to BG. Do the button right here, do K, 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 crap, went too fast, low. K, 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 low. There we go. Do F9 on them. Just there. Click the squiggly line under escape. Make sure you're on value graph. Select these to here. Move it up a little bit. Move it down a little bit. You have it like right here. And I want to move this one down a little bit. This one up a little bit. Move that one down. Move this one up. And move that one down. Put this one up. And let's watch the timer map PG. Now, when you're done timer mapping in BG, you can copy the timer map, go to the beginning, and you can pre-compose the spline and make sure it says move all over sheets. And you can paste it on the splines. Where the spline is timer mapped. Well, let's save this bad boy. Now we got that out of control. Now we can add some shine effect. What you want to do is new adjustment layer, put it under here. Put it under the sink, by the way. I would rather make my sink and adjustment layer yellow so I know those are my sink. And now add CC radio fastboard. Make the amount 95. Took T on your keyboard and make it 34. And make the mode screen. We got this cool shine effect. And we're gonna keep that. Duplicate it. Add a overlay. Now make the overlay more or like less. I want more because I want more of a color into this intro. Screen just makes it like brighter and shinier, but overlay makes it more colorful, as you can see, and more darker. So we're gonna do that right here. Now we're gonna add a new adjustment layer, put it above the shine effect, and we're gonna add glow. And now we're gonna make the glow radius 1110. Now we're gonna make the glow intensity 0.2. Add hue and saturation. Make the master saturation 34. Or let's make it 44. Now click T on your keyboard for the glow adjustment layer, which is right here. I'm gonna call this glow T. Now you can click U on your null, and to do this you can just go to here, click on your keyboard, go to here, click the opacity for the glow, pull it down, and now go to next keyframe, put it to 100%, copy it, do K, do it twice, and then it will match up with the sync with the slider control. Now I'm going to add a new adjustment layer, put it under the sync again, add motion tile, do 200 by 200 for the output width and output height, do mirror edges, do transform. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do the tile center right here, keyframe it. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go up by 1, and just keep going up until you find the, like, I'm going to turn off the slider so I can see what's the center point for this. See the right there? Click U on your keyboard, turn on the adjustment layer again, click F9 for both of these, spread them out just a little bit. I'm going to open this, do speed graph, move this one down and move that one down, so you got that nice smoothness. And that's it, guys. That's all I got for the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll show you what to do for the ending. Here we go. Pre-compose all of these. Don't pre-compose all of them. And unselect the text, pre-compose. Make sure it says move all our brush sheets. And before the intro starts, you can go here to Control Shift D or Command Shift D, and then go where it ends. Just skip this up by 1. I'm gonna go where it ends. Here we go, right here. And as we can see, you can add a solid, make it red, put it under underneath, and you can add a new one called render at the main here. And then I like to do that. Actually, no, you don't have to do that. You're just gonna go to main and click U, and this is what it looks like. Yep, guys, that's all. I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much. I hope we get the 6K by the end of this month. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.